Okay.
What's up guys, it's me, the official here. Today I'm making a video finally. This is my fourth video on this channel. I'm gonna try and make YouTube videos again on the tutorials. If I stutter a bit, sorry about that, obviously because I haven't made videos in a while and I don't script my videos, I just improvise, so sorry about that. But anyway, today I thought about doing a video on how to make your very own Discord server, and obviously going through like stuff on how to customize it and lure people into your servers. So yeah, so let's get straight into it. So hopefully first of all you've got a Discord account. Hopefully that should be simple enough. And then once you get onto it, you won't be on the chat. This is my Discord, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, you won't be on here. You won't have all these on the side. These are just all my servers I'm in. If you want a link to my server, I'll put it in the description, maybe some of my friends' servers as well. So anyway, as again, once you're on your Discord, what you want to do is on the left side panel, you see where your direct messages are, and then it tells you who's online on your friends, and then it has all these. You won't have all these if you've just started out on Discord. If you've joined some servers, it will pop up here as well. If you want to go down to the very bottom, and you see this circle with a plus. Now, what you want to do on that is you want to click it, and it should come up with this. So you can either have the option to create or join. If you want to create, then obviously you want to press create server. If you want to just join someone, then why on this tutorial? But anyway, if you want to create the server, then if you want to start creating a server, then click on here. So next you want to just type in a name. Type in a name for your server. So let's put testing the Discords. It makes no sense, but it's just a little thing. You can also change the icon here. I might just give it icon quick just for a demo. Let's say, let's just give it the Discord logo. Here we go. And then you can change your server region. I'm obviously in well, I think I'm in Central Europe. Yeah, obviously I am. And then you just press create. So that should then be created, so your server's now up and running, but obviously it just looks boring. It's just you got nobody in it and stuff. So if you don't want to customize first and you would just want to invite your friends straight away before anything, then what you want to do first, you want to come up here where this little arrow is. You want to click on that. That brings down a panel, and you have the option to invite people. That's the very first setting. You want to click on that, and you got this link here. Now you can set the link to expire, so the link never expires, so your friends have unlimited time to go and join. Or if you want them to or if you want the link to last 1 hour, so the friends can't go and spam that link to other people, then you can just set it so it's gonna not expire. Well, it is gonna expire, sorry. And the link will expire every 30 minutes. So then you can do that, and you can press copy, and then obviously you can send it to one of your friends. So I'm gonna do an example here. Let's just give it to this friend here. Test for video. There we go, so he knows, and then it'll pop up with this. If you're getting an invite for a friend, this is what it's going to look like, and then you just click on his server and you get directly to this. So there you go, that's how you invite people to your server. So now if you want to, you've got a couple of people and you want to customize your server, then first off what I would recommend doing is sort out your roles. Now your roles are very important in not Minecraft, in your Discord server. So if you want to edit roles are basically like giving people admins. They can kick people and stuff, and like many other admins, like for bots, which you'll get into in another video. Other roles like like helpers, or people that can like modify the server with you, so you're not the only one who can modify the server, other people can. So you give them this role that will allow them to do that stuff. And if you just don't want anyone to fiddle around with your server and you're the only one who can do it, then you don't have to bother with roles. But if you want to give people admins and give permissions to people, then roles you should have in your server. So how to make roles and how to give them to people is, what you want to do is you can come up to here where you've went to go and invite people. You want to go down one from invite people and press server settings. This pops up with this panel here. What you want to do is you want to go down to, it says roles. It's just underneath audit log. Don't know if I said that right, sorry if I pronounced it wrong. And should come up with this. So there's already apparently a role called everyone. It's not really a role, it's just at everyone, you know what I mean? It's not really a role. So if you want to then start creating a role, you want to click over here where the plus symbol is. That should be right next to the actual grayed out roles title. and click on that. That creates a new role. So first off, you want to do is you want to, like, you know, change the role name. So that's what I want to make my host role, so you can do what you want. So just take out that and put hosts, and there you go, you've renamed the role. So next you can change the role color. I'm gonna change it to pink, and that's the color of the, you know, title of the role that will pop up every time. So also as well, if you type something in chat, your name will be in pink, so it obviously symbolizes that you're host, because the hosts is pink, like the role's pink. So yeah, and then once you scroll down a bit until you see role settings, you can display the role members separately from online players. So what this means is that, oh wait, sorry, oh yeah, by the way, if you're going to do anything, you have to press save changes, or it won't save. But yeah, what this means is that it will, sorry, I haven't, sorry. So what this means is that it will separate, if you've got the role, then it will separate you from online players. So if you see here, if you haven't got it ticked and you've got the role, it will just pop up normally like this. So let's give myself the role. Now it will be saying host, and I will have a pink font, color font, so that will separate me from online players. And then if I'm offline, obviously it'll just say offline when I'm online. Again, it won't say I'm just online and just white text, it will say host and then pink text. So that's how that is. And also as well, the role color will take in place, and also as well, role color will also show if you type text in. So if, say for example, I said hello, it has the my name is also in pink, so it obviously symbolizes that I'm a host. So that's what the font color does, and that's what that option did. So let's go back into our role settings here. So that is what that does. Allow anyone to mention this role, basically where you can just put at and then the role, so anyone can do that. If you don't want anyone to keep mentioning that role, you can just turn it off like so. I'm going to just keep it on. So now we're getting into general permissions. So administrator is basically when, you know, this guy can have every permission in the server, so he can, you know, delete channels, he can kick people, he can, you know, edit, you know, texts, he can, you know, change the title of the server, he can change the picture of the server, basically do anything he wants in the server. But I only give this to people who I, like, fully trust, because I don't want to give it to random strangers who don't know. They can just easily kick everyone out. The good thing about it, though, they can't kick you out, because obviously you're the actual host. Nobody can kick the host, only the host can kick people. Also as well, with admins, they can kick other roles underneath them. So yeah, and also as well, if you give someone else the permission, like if you've got a different role, say for example moderators, if they have permission to kick and ban people and don't have that administrator thing ticked, they cannot kick administrators, because they have that administrator tick, so therefore they can't get kicked from other people apart from the host, of course. So that's tick that, because obviously the host wants to do what they want, and obviously I'm host. You can still do what you want anyway, even if you don't have the admin ticked and you don't have a role, you can still do what you want, because obviously you're still the host. You don't really need a host role, but if you just want to put it out there and obviously get people you know, seeing, oh yeah, he's host, then yeah, go ahead. The next option here is view audit log. So basically what that means is, I'll show you now. If you go up here and then you go to server settings and then you go to audit log underneath moderation, this basically shows you what people have been doing on your server. So it's very useful for when you started losing members, and then you can just go onto audit log to see who's been kicking them, so you can kick them out of the server. So it's a very useful way to know who's kicking people and who's changing stuff. It also tells you when somebody's changed the title of something or deleted a channel. It tells you basically everything, all the activity in the server. So this is very useful. So it just says here, I've updated a role, I've made a role, I've created an invite, stuff like that. Is very, very useful indeed. I do use this a lot on my server, so you know, that's very useful. So that's what that does. So if you want people to look at the audit log as well, then you're free to tick that. So that's tick that, because oh shit, that's for everyone. But yeah, by the way as well, you can have on everyone, see if you want everyone to look at the audit log, so even people that haven't even got a role, yes you can. It's the same with this admin. If you want everyone to have admin and they can do what they want in this, I wouldn't recommend that. I think you should only put that on the host or admin, actual admin roles. But yeah, that's what but yeah, anyway, back to audit. That's what it does. Basically, just views all the activity in the server. I'm going to tick that. Next one is manage server. Basically, this with members of this, obviously, members of this permission can change the server's name or move regions. Basically, you don't really have to tick this, because if you already have admin ticks, basically all these permissions here are basically already ticked for admin. So if you have admin already ticked, then you don't have to worry about any other you know, settings here. You can just skip the video from here. But if you haven't ticked admin, then manage servers basically where they can just change server's name or move regions. That's basically it. Moving regions is basically moving the whole server into a different region. It will affect the quality of channels, and will affect the mic qualities over people, and it will also affect the server connection. So you don't want to be put in another region what you're not in, and then all of a sudden your connection of the server is pretty shit. So you don't want that happening. Just leave it how it is. But yeah, that's basically what manage server does. The next one here is manage roles. So basically, this is what we're doing now. We're managing roles. So if you want people to go into your roles and change everything like what we're doing now, and add in new roles, then you can grant permission to the role. So whoever has that role can then edit roles and probably potentially change their own role if they want to. So I'd never really tick this even on admins. I mean, even though admins can even do it, but I don't even actually have on any roles whatsoever. Even the admin thing, I don't have this ticked. So I do want to edit other permissions, and that's why I don't really recommend put an administrator on other roles unless you don't care about your server and you're only doing it for fun. Then you can just do that anyway. But if you're serious about your server and you want people to come in and you don't want to get people just getting kicked for no reason, don't bother with administrator. But yeah, that's basically what this does. It just edits roles and stuff. So I'm going to tick that because I'm host. Manage channels. Members of this permission can create new channels and edit or delete existing ones. So basically what that means is channels here on the side. So I'm in a channel right now. It's called a voice channel. Basically, say for example, let's just create a new one here. To create a new voice channel, by the way, there's a plus sign next to voice channel. You just click on that. You can name it what you want. So let's say, for example, host tests. And then you can also set it to who can access this channel, so only a host can access this channel. This is very useful as well if you want to have private voice channels. No one else can join apart from a role. So you can also set roles, so people with this role can only join this voice channel, or everyone can join the voice channel. But I'm going to set to host only, so only hosts can join it. So basically, if you want to join it, just click on it and you're automatically in. Also as well, to leave it, you just come down here where it says voice connected. You see this disconnect button here, just disconnect and you've left the voice channle. Pretty easy, and if you want to enter again, just click on it and you're in. Also as well, while we're here talking about voice channels, I'm going to explain how you can mute yourself. Over here's the mute button, just click mute and then unmute yourself and mute yourself again. Deafen is basically just deafening the whole voice chat. You can't hear anyone talking or anything, so this is useful for if you're trying to concentrate on something, you're saying I'll be right back or something, just deafen yourself and mute yourself and you can't hear anything. And also as well, use the settings here, which I'll get into in a minute. So basically that's what it does, and also as well, that's what permission can do. You can go into edit channel and you can delete this channel here, that's what they can do. And also they can move the channel about while just holding it with the left click and moving it down one, and you can change, move the voice channels about. That's basically all they can do. So that's what that does. Whoops. So yeah, that's what that does. The kick members is pretty obvious. They can just kick people. I don't have a buddy with me right now, but what you usually do is you just press right click and then there should be a kick button where it should be in red, so it's pretty obvious to see. You just press kick and they're kicked out. Same goes with ban. Ban is basically where they're kicked, but only for a certain amount of time. Well, they're banned, so they can't join back the server. You can set the time. It's the same way you can find a kick button. You just right click on them and then there's a ban button. You can set how long you want them banned for until they can rejoin again. So that's what that does basically. Create instant invite, what I've done earlier by inviting friends. If you can set this role to invite people, so if you want people in this role to invite people, you can do that. Change nickname. Basically, changing nicknames is basically where you right click on someone's name and you can press this button here, change nickname. You can change them to whoever you want. They can change nicknames to anyone in the server if they want to. So say for example, my name is Jeff, unfunny dead meme. I know, but just a thing. There you go, you can change your nickname. Pretty funny. Not really, but that's just an example. I don't really find it funny, but just there for example. So if you want people changing people's nicknames and members' nicknames, you can do that. Manage emojis is basically where I think that means you can just do the emojis, and also as well, I'll get into custom emojis in a bit, or maybe in a different video, because I don't want a big long video on this. So yeah, if you want part 2 of this, you can, if you go and see that. Also as well, after that, manage webhooks. I don't know what this is at all. I haven't really looked into it. I think webhooks is here. is an easy way to get automatic messages. Oh, I think it's like updates and to send text channel. You guys have to search it up on different tutorials or something. I have no idea what this is. Maybe in part 2 I can explain what it means, because I haven't ever used this before, so I don't know what it actually means. Anyway, moving on to text permissions now on the roles. Read messages, just read messages. If you disable it, then, the person can't read messages. It won't pop up for them. I haven't gave it to anyone. I don't know what your stream will be like, but obviously that just means you can set it so the member can't read messages. Also as well, send messages, but that's obvious. They can't send messages. You can set it so they can't, send messages. Won't come through if you press enter. That's basically what that does. Also as well, sends TTS messages. Now TTS messages is basically a voice, like, but it's like, I wouldn't say it's for blind people, if you say. So what you do, if you want to set a message into /TTS, what you want to do is you want to put /TTS and then space and put whatever you want. Hello everyone, and you press enter, and hopefully that should say something. I can't hear it, but usually it would say, it would put in this robot voice, like MLG videos and that. It's not like that exact robot voice, but it's like a woman robot voice that just goes, hello everyone, something like that. It just does it in a robot voice, so, that's pretty funny to mess around with. I have messed around with that quite a lot with my friends, and that's pretty funny, really. But yeah, you can do it so people can't send TTS messages, because sometimes you can spam with TTS. So if you're in a game, you just hear that going, like, you can spam the robot voice of saying L, so you can go L L L. You don't want people doing that, so you can make it so they can't do that. Manage messages. Members of this permission can delete messages by other members or pin any message. So that basically means pinning messages. So for example, if you want to pin hello, go over here where the 3 dots are next to your message, and you press pin. And hey, do I pin it? Oh yeah, pin it please. And it should say here you pinned it. Where to find the pin messages, go up here next to your member list and muting a channel, button. Click on that, and it comes up here with your pinned message. This is great for like putting links in and stuff like that, so that people can just go and visit your page on the pinned messages. So that's pretty useful to do. Also as well, what you can do on roles is you can also embeds links. If you want them to send links, they can or not. Attach files, basically what you can do over here, click that and you can just send files. So say this GIF, can I send this GIF? You can disable it so they can't send GIFs, or you can disable it so they can't send messages or certain folders. So that's what that means. So that's what that does. Also as well, attach files, if you want to do that. Read message history, which is basically just reading the message history. It's pretty obvious. Mention everyone, basically like doing at people, at in the role and stuff. Can you do that? Use external emojis. I think that's like emojis from other servers. So I'll get into that like probably in another video now. I'll probably do that in another video when I'm explaining about bots also. Add reactions. So what this means is, it's perfect time actually. Basically what this means is if somebody sent a message, like a image or like a folder, you can go over here to add reaction. It's like a little smiley face next to the thing. Press that and you can just put an emoji, like a reaction. So say laughing face, it pops up here, somebody just reacted to that. So that's basically what it means. So if you don't want people adding reactions to your pictures, you can easily disable that. Also as well, going on to voice permissions, you can make it so they can't connect to any voice channel whatsoever. So obviously that means these voice channels here. Also as well, speak, basically that just means like, can you just speak and shout, or if you disable it so you can't speak, you won't be able to hear them in the voice chat whatsoever because they're not allowed to speak. Mute members, that basically means if they can mute someone. So if you want to mute someone in your server, you can just right click on them and press mute, like server mute. There you go, you can server mute them, and server deafen them also, they can't hear you, so you can automatically do that. But if they're admin or moderator or something, they can easily just unmute themselves, so just be aware of that. If you're putting someone as admin and you want to mute them, they could just simply unmute themselves because they're admin, they can do what they want on the server. So that's what I'm saying. I don't really recommend you adding the administrator option on here. Also move members, this means basically dragging people in. So if you're admin or host, you can take example, this is my friend here, you can hold it and drag them onto another thing. So if you don't want them in that chat, you can just easily drag them out. If you find them annoying, you just drag them into another voice channel. And also you can be where they can easily just join back anyway. So I don't see the point in it, but just in case if somebody's in the game and they need to be moved, you can just easily move them to an AFK channel or something like that. So that's what that means. Um, and going on to the last options here, the last one actually, use voice activity. Basically, this means push to talk. So basically, if somebody has a certain button to hold, like CS:GO for example, hold a button to speak, and then when they don't press the button, they can't hear you at all. So that's basically what that means. So that's basically all the settings for the roles. So if that's all that's set, that's all the roles you can. That's basically what role do. So yeah, that's the roles done. Also, I'm going to be in this video explaining about AFK channels. So AFK channels is basically where you can make a voice channel called AFK, and basically, if you don't talk in a voice channel for a certain amount of time, you get automatically moved into the AFK channel. So this is very useful for when you're AFK on a game, and you went for a shower or you went to go and get something to eat. You'll be moved into the AFK chat after 5 minutes. So how to do this is you go into server settings, and then you go into, it should just automatically be on overview. You go down to where it says AFK channel, and you can set to no AFK channel, or you can set one. So basically, let's say for example, if you want to make a AFK channel, you want to first make a voice channel called AFK. So let's do that now. AFK, there you go. Everyone can join it. Oh, sorry, that's a text channel. That's how you make the text channels anyway, because you can have different text channels here. So that was kind of a bit useful. But yeah, if you want to make a voice chat called AFK, just do that. And then you want to go back into your settings here, server settings, and then overview. You can set the AFK channel to your desired voice channel. So if you want AFK channel to be in host test, you can. If you want the AFK channel to be in general, you can. But for this, we're going to set it to my AFK channel I literally just made. So you can save changes there. And also so AFK timeout. So basically, as I said before, if you don't chat in voice channel for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, a minute, then you'll be automatically moved into AFK chat without anyone moving you. So that's pretty useful. And also as well, let's say for a minute, you also get notified when you're in the AFK channel like this. Hello anywhere. Hello anyone there. It just says you see me going AFK on this. Went ahead and moved you into the AFK channel. So it's pretty useful really. The AFK chat I find very useful indeed. So yeah, I think that's mostly it for now. I might make I'll make a part 2 of this. Basically on the next one, we're going to explaining about how to stop people from like typing in chat, adding bots to the channel. So basically that means adding bots that will play music for you in voice channels, which is very good. And also as well how to go through different settings and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching part 1 of this. Sorry, I did forget to make it so it's a larger window. Wish I did that now. Sorry about that if that was just a bit too small. Bit annoying, I understand. I might actually just make it so it's just zoomed in on that. So yeah, if you see that I've zoomed in on it, so I don't know why I'm chatting about it. I'm probably going to cut this out anyway. But probably not anyway. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I will be making some more tutorials soon. Hope you obviously enjoyed this. I will be releasing the part 2 of this, so if you want to subscribe and watch the part 2 later, then you can. That will probably be made tomorrow or maybe tonight. I'm probably not going to be making it tonight, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, please like and also comment for any questions that is needed. I will answer every comment in the comment section below, unless it's hate. I won't answer the hate. I never answer the hate. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.